Hey guys, welcome to Travel Feels and welcome to the first episode of the TF Feedback Fridays. This is going to be a new segment that I'm doing, giving you guys feedback on your films. And I'm really excited for this because it gives me another chance to just be more interactive with you guys and offer some feedback, and we can all learn together through that process. I'm going to be choosing 3 videos every week to give feedback on. I want to talk about things that I liked about the videos, things that I think could use some more work, and things that would easily take it to the next level. And please take this feedback with a grain of salt, it's just my opinion. Feedback can be really hard to hear sometimes, especially on things that we've worked on hours and hours to create these things, and it's really vulnerable in the end to put it out there and get some feedback on it. So don't take it personally, there's no need to get emotional. This is just what I thought about the films, and think through that feedback and think maybe there's some things that you could do for the next film to make it better. And really, I want this segment to be encouraging. I hope that it helps you guys to become better filmmakers, and I hope everybody can learn as we go through these videos and give some feedback. So first up, we have this cool little aerial video from Chase Paisley. The title of the movie is Cardiff by the Sea Movie. And first off, I just want to say there's some really nice aerials in this video. I'm really impressed. And a lot of that has to do with the time of day. You chose the right time of day to be doing aerials like this. You got some really cool light. I really like those foggy sunlight scenes that you captured with the drone. And I hope you recognize how much the time of day made a difference in this video. If you would have shot this at a different time when the sun is way up high, it would not have been as nice. So keep doing that, keep using that in your films to make it more beautiful. I also really like the fact that you added some sound effects, for example, when the birds were flying, just a really cool shot in general. But those sound effects really helped this film come alive and tell some of that story. My constructive criticism for this video would be that it's lacking a lot of storytelling. It's just a drone film right now, which is cool, but it could be a lot better with a few extra clips if you just added those in. It's really easy to get caught up in just making beautiful shots, which drones are really good for, but to take the videos to the next level, you really need to tell story. So for example, for this video, I would have started out with some drone footage, then I would have cut into some normal camera footage of some of the surfers either waxing their boards or just getting ready to go out there, and then fill in the middle section with those aerials of those surfers and all that cool stuff if you want to make this an aerial heavy video. And then at the end again, I would have those surfers coming out of the water and just kind of finish that story. Having that storyline to follow, it would just really make this a lot more interesting and take it to the next level, I think. You'd have this nice storyline of these surfers just enjoying this day, surfing, having fun out there, but right now you just have aerial footage and it's telling some story, but I don't think it's doing enough. So take your time, get those few extra shots, and take these kinds of videos to the next level. But overall, really cool video. I really like this one. I even like that you chose a little bit of a different kind of song. I like that it wasn't just a typical drone film. So great work, Chase, on this film. Next up, we have a travel film from Carl's Cinema. It's called 106 Days in Southeast Asia Backpacking Travel Video. So first up, I really like the color grade. I think you did a really great job on that. And I like some of the edits that you did. For example, around the 50-second mark, you just have some really cool transition edits, and I really appreciated those. I really like the song choice also, but overall I think the editing could have been a little bit faster paced. Because the song is such a fast-paced song, I think the editing needs to keep up with that a little bit more to kind of fit the song a little bit better. Don't be scared to have those fast cuts and to just keep the story going faster. But overall, I think the thing that would have really taken this video to the next level is having more faces in it. I think it's really missing just the emotion of the people on that trip. There aren't too many faces shown, and I think it would have really added a lot to this film. I think one face can tell a lot of story. The expressions, the laughter, the joy on our faces, all those things can tell a lot of story, and I think that would have really taken this film to the next level. There's just a lot of different shots, but not too many shots showing faces, and I would have added those in. I think those are really important in any film. I can really imagine just some faces really laughing and having a good time. Some of those close-ups, I think that's what's missing. But overall, I think this was a really cool piece. I liked the song, I liked the color grade, I liked a lot of the transitions. For example, right at the end, going into that time lapse, really cool stuff. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And then last up for today, this one was my favorite of the day, and it's a video from Japan. The channel is called NYC Voodoo, and the video title is Japan 27, and then some town names that I probably won't know how to pronounce. But this was a really cool video. First up, I want to say that the song works really well for this video. I really like how it starts off, how the edit feels with that song. I feel like it fits really well with the footage and the way you edited it. And I really like that you put that Japan title in the beginning, because right away now I know where this is. It gives me a little bit of context and it helps me to understand this story better. I like that you're telling the story of leaving the city on the subway and going into the nature. There's some really cool transitions, for example this one, and some really beautiful shots I liked, like this one. But then you did something that I didn't like, which was basically doing the same shot again. And this one isn't as good as the first one. The first one was really nice, and this second one, it's okay. And this is, I think, one of those cases where sometimes as filmmakers, it's really hard to let go of footage. Not everything needs to go into the edit. And this is a really important skill to have, to be able to just drop that footage. If it doesn't fit the story, even if it's a really nice shot, it shouldn't go in your video. Or if it's too similar to another shot, like in this case, you shouldn't put it in. The reason why you don't want to put these in is because it distracts the viewer from the story, and it can also make it more boring if you just have those same shots over and over again. Choose the best ones and the ones that fit your story the best. And I know it can be really hard because you've taken all this time to film all these cool clips and you want to put them all in there, but most of the time it's better to have less than more. I find that a lot of edits get too long, and I think that's one of the big criticisms I have of this video. I think it's just too long. I think it's a really nice piece, but I think it could be, you know, around 2 minutes or 3 minutes long, and then it would be much better than having it this length. I got a little bit bored towards the end. There's also some really perfect build-ups in the song that you kind of missed out on. You didn't take the opportunity to capitalize on the song and just having the footage and the edit flow with that song. And you did a little bit more on the next build-up, but I think it's still a little bit off. It's not quite going with the build-up, but really nice ideas here. So overall, I really like this video. It has some beautiful shots, the song choice is really good, and I like a lot of the edits that you had. The only thing I would say is just make it shorter. So that's it for the first episode of TF Feedback. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want feedback on your films, make sure to subscribe to the channel and then send your video to travelfeelsfeedback@gmail.com. Give me permission to use your video in the feedback video, and I will try to get feedback on as many videos as I can. Also, I'm really excited. I'm gonna be releasing the next teaching course most likely next week, hopefully, if all goes well. And this one's all about money, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already seen, I have some courses, one on wedding videography and the other one on color grading. So go check those out, links in the description. Guys, enjoy the filmmaking process and go get some of those travel feels.